Here we go. Here's a new video from Frank Tufano. Here we have an anti-vegan who's actually gotten in trouble with the food police. Except it's not us vegans, it's the USDA. And here is their meeting that Frank Tufano just uploaded. Here's the latest on where his business stands.
That product, right, was essentially for supplements,
Yes.
type supplements.
Yes.
We're going to allow you to do that with
Okay.
those supplements. Any idea how long it would take you to go through that inventory, the current inventory? Estimate.
You're saying you want me to basically get rid of it as quickly as possible? Or?
No, I'm just looking for an estimate. 6 months, 8 months, a year, like what's...
It's supposed to be done, and I was actually doing a liquidation because it wasn't doing so well, so...
Okay. If you're going to make it into a pet treat or something like that, make sure you meet that criteria. Like I said, either denatured or decharacterized. And I give you a whole list of what we consider denatured. I think that's it for that. And then we can talk about the...
Before Keto Chow, keto was really hard. Keto-friendly dishes can require so much shopping, research, ingredient hunting. But I was such a believer in keto that I got excited to put some keto-friendly baked goods in my basket, and then quickly discouraged. It took me 3 weeks to make this cake, and it still sucked.
Stuff from Byler. I sent you the stuff, and I kind of knew you weren't going to, I assume you were disappointed with what I sent you.
Well, last Friday in the conversation we had, you said, you weren't so sure what they were going to say, but send me a customer list and we can probably release it and you can probably sell it through the farm share.
For person, right? I didn't say for the farm share.
We'll distribute it through the farm share.
I wasn't sure about that.
You
Right.
said
There was always a possibility. I wanted to get the information for you so I could get it to our policy folks, our legal division, and get you an appropriate response.
the customer base purchased the live animal and owns it with their money. The meat is sent to me to be distributed to the members, and then they pay the rest of their share. Now you're telling me that's not allowed.
Right, and we had talked, because I was getting a little confused as the scenarios we were talked about last week, and that's why I asked you to put me in writing so I can get you a solid answer. The custom, and I put that all in the email. Custom is at its simplest. You go somewhere with an animal, or you buy an animal from the farmer slaughters it for you, you pay for that service of the slaughtering. You're not buying meat, right? And that is for your exclusive use, non-paying guests, family, so on and so forth.
Yeah, but that's not.
Just an hour ago, I was replying to someone in the comments, some Frank supporter, and I was saying the USDA and the UPS are not in collusion with vegans, the vegan community. But now hearing this, I could see Frank spinning this and saying these USDA laws are clearly influenced by militant vegan activists.
Commingling
The whole animal,
things like
the whole
that.
animal was made into sauce.
Okay.
That was how it was to be.
Through you, Frankie, not through Frankie's Free Range, not through the company, so on and so forth. They'd have to buy a specific animal, and then it gets distributed.
Okay, so you're saying
evenly.
what I wanted to do through distributing the meat through the private membership association, where the meat has been privately owned throughout the entire period of time, that's not allowed.
Because you're saying it's owned by the membership.
It's owned by the people that paid. My understanding of the private membership association is people can buy into the private membership association.
In order to do that, those people would have to have purchased a specific animal. Through you, Frankie, not through Frankie's Free Range, not through the company, so on and so forth. They'd have to buy a specific animal, and then it gets distributed.
Okay, so you're saying
evenly.
what I wanted to do through distributing the meat through the private membership association, where the meat has been privately owned throughout the entire period of time, that's not allowed.
Because you're saying it's owned by the membership.
It's owned by the people that paid. My understanding of the private membership association is people can buy into the private membership association.
I see here that Frank is already spinning things here in his chapters area, saying they're making things up as they go. Targeted harassment at 11:50.
With the people.
So you're saying all of these other businesses that have been operating for 4 or 5 years, way longer than that. I've been doing this for 3 years. that you haven't acted on them, but you're acting on me. When I haven't even ever sold that meat on my website, and that custom meat has never ever been sold on my website. Not once ever. These people have been selling that meat for, I don't know, 5-10 years, and they have never had any issue. So look, I don't think you guys are stupid. I don't think you think I'm stupid. I know this is specifically targeted harassment against my business.
Okay, see, he was being rude to them before, and this is really not the way to get people to work with you and for them to maybe help you out through this. It's only going to make things worse. And a commenter pointed out that his lawyer, maybe his lawyer is there, but he's saying he has no fighting power, so you shouldn't be using fighting words. Try to get them on your side. He's just repelling them.
And I know you guys are...
just like he has repelled his carnivore community by calling them all stupid, all the other gurus.
Specifically targeted harassment against my business. And I know you guys are just following orders from whoever's telling you, but this is not...
We came here with the state, we saw some product that we believe to be a violation, we misbranded, we took action on it. That's why we're here. As far as these other businesses, I don't know what businesses you're talking about. If I knew, I would send people out to deal with that. I mean, I'm not here just to...
You guys let companies like ButcherBox sell agrochemical feedlot meat and say it's pasture raised. You guys let these big businesses, my competitors, sell shit meat with ridiculous marketing and labeling that they think it's the same quality as my meat. You allow that type of stuff to happen.
If they are misbranding product or selling misbranded product, we will deal with that. I mean, I'm telling you factually, that's if we have...
You wrote the... What do you mean? You wrote the rules for those people to sell shitty feedlot agrochemical-laced estrogenic meat that turns boys into girls. You literally wrote the rules so they can make money. You have no problem with that, but you have a problem with this, and you also have no problem with the... I know you guys know very well...
Pause. Just want to stick in here that they're probably figuring out now. They're probably thinking, aha, we're dealing with a right-wing wacko.
I don't think you guys are stupid. I think you know very well every single one of these businesses. I think you know every single one of them and what they do, and you're allowing them to do it, but you're not allowing me to do it. Because I'm not part of the club. That's exactly what I think is happening.
We enforce the rules and regulations evenly across the board. We don't give people special protection. We don't give people special exemptions. We don't regulate one from different. You're regulated as much as the biggest of the big. And that, I mean...
I've spoken to slaughterhouse consultants, I've spoken to USDA consultants, and every single one of them was shocked at how this procedure went initially with 6 police officers, the sheriff, 5 inspectors. Every single part of this was not even close to equal treatment, okay? That's a ridiculous statement to make.
Well, again, Frankie, the origination of this didn't stem from the USDA. The origination of this incident stemmed from the state.
Did this inspector just call him Frankie? That's funny because he probably thinks that's his name because it's in his company's name. That's just his nickname. His official name is Frank. He just sometimes uses Frankie as a hip nickname.
When the state attempted to come and do a visit with your business and you denied them, then the state chose to, get a search warrant. The state notified us. We accompanied them as we'd never been here before, and you're selling meat and poultry products that we regulate. That's how we became involved.
Look, I don't mean to get angry at you guys. I understand you guys are just doing your job, but you're going to tell me that you're going to release me 1,700 pounds of meat for my personal use?
We don't have a lot of options here. I mean, the regulations allow personal use, volunteer destruction, or we can move to seizure, right? I mean, that's kind of where we're at. We detain the products. By law, we only have 20 days to keep your products detained. So after the 20 days, we by law have to go.
What am I going to do with 1,700 pounds of product intended for my customers for personal use? That's essentially the same thing as destroying it. You do understand that, right? You do acknowledge that. What am I going to do with 1,700 pounds of product?
I mean, you can give it to non-paying guests, non-paying, your employees, your family, your friends.
If I drove down to the middle of Manhattan tomorrow on the street and tried to give away that meat, I probably couldn't even do it. Who's going to take a frozen sausage in any weather and bring it?
From this guy. This just reminded me of that clip where he's on the street trying to get people to taste his meat. You taste this. You taste this.
I want to get someone to taste this. Excuse me, young lady.
This is so weird.
You can't even give it away.
And we're not saying you need to take it home today. You know, if you want to leave it here under personal use.
It's pretty simple. I understand you guys are here to follow the...
Guys, 50%.
To shove their cucumber up his ass.
Follow the rules and just convey the information to me. I understand you guys are just the messengers,
And I
but
will tell you, we have about 7,500, give or take, federal establishments, most of which are small to very small establishments.
yes, and
I
all
would say
the we
vast
said this
majority,
last Friday. Every single one of those cocksuckers I did business with stole money and stole meat from me.
which I don't know
If
anything
I go to this guy that I had this custom meat at, you know, and I pay him whatever your federally inspected facilities are going to charge me, it'd be double. Would you pay $20 a pound for sausage? Because that's what I'd have to charge getting it from those guys after they steal the meat and overcharge me for it.
If you want to resell product, that product needs to be USDA inspected and passed, right? I mean, it's to
Yes,
to
but
be
I'm going to say it one last time. All of these companies have been selling that type of meat with less strict adherence to these rules and regulations than I was going to do. So you're saying I can't do it. They've been doing it for 5 years. I don't believe you're being truthful in that you would have. I think these people are in ties with whoever you're taking orders from.
Frank is suggesting to the USDA here that he thinks the USDA is being corrupted by the bigger businesses. Big business, big meat, big cucumber, big broccoli. And that the USDA is letting the big companies get away with breaking the rules, regulations, but they won't let him get away with it. This is a rational theory. But it's like Frank's acknowledging he's breaking the rules, and he's using the defense of, what about them? They're doing it too. And that's just not going to work. It could be that they just aren't aware of all those things. They're not that thorough. For instance, Frank has been doing this business for 3 years before the USDA caught wind of his factory's bad stench, which was his legitimate problem 2 weeks ago. Okay, now let's hear the USDA's response to this.
I think these people are in ties with whoever you're taking orders from.
I've been nothing but open and honest with you the few days I've known you, right? And
I understand you guys don't think I'm stupid, right?
You're not stupid.
Do you think I'm smart?
I think you're
How
a smart
smart
guy.
do you think I am?
I think you know what you're doing. I think you're a smart guy. I mean, you're in business. You've had this for 3 years.
So are you guys free or are the people you take orders from?
No.
Yeah, I know you can't talk about it.
It looks like he cut out a word there twice. Let's go back and hear that again. Starts with an F. Ends with an S. Spin the wheel.
People you take orders from.
No.
Yeah, I know you guys free.
Well, looks like there's more that was cut out there.
Are you guys free or are the people you take orders from?
No.
Yeah, I know you can't talk about it.
I'm not a person. And
You
if
know what a
someone's in their private life, that's I don't.
Yeah, so, okay, that answers my question. So I think
Okay, the inspector used the same word, but I can't figure out what it was. Any guesses?
this meeting is over. You can go tell your and buddies what we spoke about here, and that I understand that don't like it when other people try to run businesses. They want everything to themselves. I understand how it is, okay? I get it. I'll shut down in a few months. I'm done with the harassment. So whatever you guys want to release or do today, that's fine. If there's, you can go back, if you want to go back to them and
Now, I'm not sure what happened here. Looks like he's doing the same old thing where he's exaggerating how bad it is. They're not telling him to shut down. They're telling him how he can stay in business. This guy seems to have some kind of psychological problem where he just ends up causing his own problems. It reminds me of Amber Heard.
If I know that the USDA is going to be ordering meat from me every week for my business and scrutinizing every single thing I've been doing under the guise that you're taking orders from those people that don't want me in business, what's the point? I can be on this time next year. I'm going to be
On a beach with some Spanish hoes. Is he really going to put another reference to him being straight in this meeting with the USDA?
don't want me in business, what's the point? I can be on this time next year. I'm going to be in South Beach, Miami, having fun, not dealing with this nonsense. Yeah, there's a lot of businesses that are going to lose money that I'm not spending money on. The $10,000 a week in shipping, $10,000 a month in coolers, $20,000 a week in USDA inspected meat. But I'm going to have the biggest smile on my face when I'm done paying all of these cocksuckers.
What's up, guys? Just got my heel package in the mail right here. If you guys are like me,
Okay, so I've had enough of this.
So, as far as disposition, you want us to leave it under detention then?
You can release the product. I'll label it not for sale, and I'll keep it in some boxes.
For your personal use. Use of 9, and it'll say on the form.
Yeah, I'll eat 3 pounds of hot dogs a day for 5 years. That's how long it would take. For me to get rid of that meat, even just giving it away. You think people take meat from strangers on the street?
I don't. We don't have any other option. I mean,
So what's the reason you don't harass these other people that are selling non-federally inspected meat on retail? You just don't know where their base is, where their location is?
we do that every day, all day. If you talk specific scenarios or specific customers, especially here.
All right,
in the city.
I've heard enough. I don't want to get any more upset. So we can do the paperwork to release the product, and we can wrap this up.
Right.
All right, post your thoughts below. I think this is the first time we've seen him actually having a discussion with the USDA. I was in the middle of making another video about Frank when this came up. So I'll have that video up. And then I've got a few short videos, specific message in there. I think I'm doing some great commentary here on this situation with Frank.
The vegans are going to have a fucking ball with this, I'm telling you right now.
All right, stay tuned. Subscribe to the channel and turn your notifications on. Matter of fact, notifications might not work because YouTube, this is just a theory, I don't want to get sued. They seem to be colluding with some other groups to keep my channel down, so you probably won't get a notification. So you're just going to want to bookmark my page. Thumbs up or down and leave a comment.
The trucking company must have tipped them off. It's just too many coincidences. USDA Inspector shows up with the search warrant.
Testing. Doing a test.